Adam22 just fought and got beat by Jason Love. And one thing is clear, that Adam22 has a humiliation kink. He likes to be humiliated. When I saw that this fight was official, that Adam was going to be fighting Jason Love, the man that fucked his wife, and then talked about how he stretched her out, I was not sure whether to believe it or not, because nowadays, so many false things on the internet nowadays just go viral, and I wasn't sure whether to believe it or not. Then Aiden Ross announced that it was going to be happening on his brand risk fighting promotion thing. I want to say I was surprised, but I really wasn't. After seeing the lengths that someone like Adam will stoop to just to get some views and money, I was not surprised that he would be fighting the guy that fucked his wife. And it kind of makes sense when you think about it. The storyline makes sense. The guy banged out your wife on camera for money. You got made fun of for being a cuck and all these things. Now you're going to fight him. The storyline makes absolute sense. These guys, they only had 2 weeks to train for the fight. Then they also had like press conferences and face-offs. To one of them, Vitaly was there after his like almost 1 year hiatus off the internet, being locked up in a fucking Philippines shithole, where he was asking about how he could fuck Adam's wife since he's just been like in prison for so long. Even Adam's wife, like people are just looking at her as someone to pass around. You know, I watched the live stream kind of late, but I did watch a few of the undercard fights. I saw the one with Gabe Silva and AP the fighter. That was a pretty good fight. Some of the undercard fights were actually pretty good, and they were actually reasonably good professional fighters. I watched the one for the belt with Giovanni and Matthias Radcliffe, where the guy like rolled his ankle, but up until that point there was a knockdown in the fight. That was also a good fight. I watched the one with Chibu and Arab Tyson, the fucking super heavyweight morbidly obese guys fighting, which was one of the worst fights I've seen. You know, the one guy, his mouth guard kept falling out, and you know, they were saying that he was spitting it out on purpose just so he could get extra time. And these guys, none of them had any idea what the fuck to do. They were like not following the rules. I mean, you put two people that fucking big in the ring, they're not gonna know what to do. The Chibu guy, he seemed like he was alright, but it was just very unprofessional. They were kind of just like arguing in the middle of the ring every few seconds, and the ref had to stop the fight over and over again simply because these guys were just getting too emotional and angry in the ring. You had the girl fight with the two girls, which was a pretty good fight as well, and you had the fight with Scam Likely and YK Osiris, which was the pre-main, I don't know, whatever, the one right before the main event. I didn't even know YK Osiris was actually fighting, and that was again not a very good fight. They were trying, though it was better than some of the other ones, but YK basically just gave up and threw in the towel. So that again, it was an alright fight, and I mean, for these like influencer promotional events, it's kind of what you expect. But then we had the main event with Adam22 and Jason Love. Adam22 walked out with Lil Pump. I was watching the live stream and Lil Pump was there. I wasn't sure why he was there, but I just figured because he's friends with Aiden Ross. He streamed with Aiden Ross before, and usually quite a few times, quite a few rappers and celebrities will be at these Aiden Ross brand risk events. But I had no idea that Aiden Ross was walking out with Adam22, which is not really much of a surprise considering what Adam22 does is interview rappers. And then we found out that the ring girl was also gonna be Lena the Plug, Adam22's missus. I had heard this was happening, that she was gonna be the ring girl, but again, I thought it was a rumor. Looking back, you can't put anything beyond these two people. You know, Adam and his missus, like they will clearly go to any length just to get views and make money. And I mean, I ain't gonna lie, she was looking kind of nice. She was looking kind of nice, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, it was just like, the whole thing felt like a humiliation kink. You're there fighting the guy who fucked your wife, and she's there, the ring girl, half naked, you know, I don't know. I mean, we've seen a lot more from her. You know what I'm saying? We've seen a lot more from her on camera with Jason Love. But it just feels like a weird humiliation kink where she's the ring girl for the fight. I get it, it's kind of like ironic. That is just crazy to me. It's absolutely crazy that she was the ring girl. Then we get onto the actual fight. I knew that they only had 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks training. I knew. Adam22 looks like a fucking melted ice cream cone. The guy looks like a bag of milk. He looks like he doesn't know the inside of a gym. He looks like you hand him a dumbbell and he just wouldn't know what to do with it. Like he'd be like, what the fuck is this? I don't know what I'm doing. You know, Jason Love, he's always kind of been in shape. He's been in shape. He's always had the muscles, you know. I guess it helps in his line of work to, you know, be muscular and look the part. I was thinking his cardio was going to be good. You know, that was another thing. I thought he was going to win simply based off the work he does. Like, it's very cardio intensive. I was like, look, he looks in shape. His cardio is probably better as well than Adam22. He looks the part. I was going to say Jason Love was going to win, but just how easy Adam made it for Jason, even I couldn't believe. The fight didn't make it past 1 round. It did not make it past 1 round. This video might be 2 minutes long because there's not, you know, there's not much to talk about. I'm trying to find a way to drag this shit out a little, you know what I'm saying? We get to the fight. Adam doesn't throw a single fucking punch. Not a single punch Adam threw. It looks like he was just there for the payday. It looks like he was there for the payday and nothing more. And I'm not surprised. I'm not really surprised. These guys will pretty much do anything for money. 2 weeks training. There's really not much you can expect at that point. It looks like Adam shouldn't even have been fighting in the same weight class. They were about the same height, but one guy's just like fucking pure muscle and the other guy's like skinny fat build. The fight starts and Jason Love just walks right through Adam. Adam was turning his back. He was overwhelmed. Jason was just throwing as many punches, combinations, I mean, if you want to call it that. He was going for it. He was swinging for the fences. He was swinging for the bleachers. Adam22 just had his hands up, trying to survive. You know, the ref gives him a standing 10 count. He goes back in. He gets fucking punched, you know, takes a knee and just quits. He literally just quit on the spot. I don't think he was going in there to win. He didn't look like he had that, like, I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to win. You know, the guy's a bit of a clown. He's a bit of a joker. He doesn't look like he takes shit seriously at all. If you're gonna fight, I mean, look, you got humiliated enough letting your missus get banged out by this black guy. You know, now she's the ring girl for the event and you gotta win. Like, you gotta go in there with a fighter's mentality. If you're getting in the ring with another man to fight, you can't sit there and just take the payday and fucking basically get paid to lose. You gotta sit there and be like, all right, you know, there's 2 weeks to prepare. I'm gonna go in the ring and I'm gonna do my best. It looks like he was just there for the payday. He could not have given a fuck. There's not much we can expect from Adam22. How are we really surprised considering the other things that he's gotten himself involved in? It was just a letdown, honestly. I wasn't expecting some fucking high level Canelo versus Crawford, you know, some fucking heavyweight like Usyk level fight or some shit, but I was just hoping he would at least throw down for the sake of his missus. You know, for at least for the sake of your missus, you gotta throw down. It was really embarrassing. The guy that banged out your missus banged you out as well in a round. Your missus lasted longer with him than you did. you know what I was saying? Your missus lasted longer. As a man, you gotta sit there and give her everything you got. But yeah, I mean, it was very underwhelming. Even Aiden Ross like said it himself in a clip. Yeah, I just can't believe like the state of the internet. Like, this is what is happening now. That's been the video. You know, click on another one on the screen and fuck off.